Emily Heller of Mission Pro Wrestling. Emily, thank you for joining me today.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Yeah,
I'm so excited we got to connect.
I know, right? We're talking off air. We've been playing a whole lot of email tag. So we finally got it down pat, and now we're ready to rock and roll. And we're here to talk Silver Bells coming up here on December 11th. But Emily, I just wanted, since this is like a new interview and everything, I wanted you to just give a little bit of your background as far as it before Mission Pro and then getting into Mission Pro.
Yeah, so I have like a live theater and TV music performance background. And so I've been involved in entertainment pretty much my whole life. And my husband's a wrestler, so I've been involved in the industry for 10 plus years. And so I've been around it. And I've been a host and production manager and producer kind of all over Southern California. And just Mission Pro was like the company that I was so drawn to in the last few years. And I just was like, this seemed like the moment to be involved in such an amazing, incredible company and mission. So yeah, so I had so I was like, all right, how can I combine all my production management and producing experience and hosting and just storytelling and theatrics and all of that? I was like, how can I combine it? So yeah, I worked, like with United Wrestling Network and kind of all over Southern California. Was a host of AfterBuzz TV Network, Women's Wrestling Talk. So my passion for women's wrestling runs deep.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, like, it's funny because like you say, like you were in like live, like production and theater and everything like that. And like, that's such a huge translate over a lot of the ways with wrestling, as you know. What were you involved in, like on stage and as well as like backstage and technical kind of things? Was that all? Like,
yeah. So all the way, like, I'm not going to pull out any video of me at 6 years old, but like my performance roots go way back. I was like a little dancer and singer, and don't worry, I'm not going to embarrass myself with those. But in college was really when my producing and production management and performance background kind of combined. So I was able to not only tell stories on stage, but also, learn everything from lighting design to costume design to production management to just everything that takes to put on any type of live show, from operations to front of house. And I think that's what kind of all of that translates to what you have to do in order to put on a wrestling show.
Yeah, there's a lot.
It just kind of was a natural fit. And I've always loved the theatrics of wrestling and the storytelling. So it just was a natural fit where I was so drawn to it, with the characters and stories and moments that like we always talk about the moments that have meant the most to us. And so everyone remembers seeing their first match or seeing their first show. So I feel the same kindred connection to theater, seeing it as a kid.
Right. What was the first wrestling show you attended? Do you remember?
Like the first one I attended live?
As a fan, yeah.
As a fan, I think I saw, I believe it was Raw. I went to like a Raw taping.
Yeah.
Well, that was my first TV huge taping, but like my first indie show was, oh God, somewhere in Southern California. And I saw my husband's like debut match.
Really?
That was probably, yeah.
That's awesome.
That was probably my first, oh God, I'm remembering all the, somewhere in Southern California. I'm probably remembering wrong.
It's all right.
But I remember it was in a gymnasium, and I remember, oh God, I'm trying to remember, but I know I was hooked.
Yes. No, it happens. Like, there's so many times where it's like, you've been to so many shows too. It's just like, oh my God.
I know, it kind of all blends together.
It all blends together a lot. Talk about Silver Bells here. I think what's so cool about Mission Pro 2 is you guys come up with the most coolest names for your shows. And this, like, I know it's the bill, obviously being like December and everything. And then you guys are tag teaming with Salvation Army and stuff like that. Talk about this. Talk about getting all that set up and everything like that.
Oh my gosh. So Silver Bells is on December 11th, and we're partnering with the Salvation Army of San Antonio. And part of the show is going to, the part of the proceeds is going to go to the Peacock Boys and Girls Club. And it's in all of the Salvation Army programs. It's really an incredible thing that we get to give back. I know we had a show in August that also was partnering with the Salvation Army. And, we're also going to share, there's the Angel Tree program where you can bring an unwrapped toy. And so, if you guys are going to the show live, you can bring your unwrapped toy and put it under the tree. And all of that is going to go to kids and families. And it's just an incredible way to give back, especially at the end of this really tough year.
Yeah.
And there's a way to learn about how to be a kettle ringer for, you see them with the bells and the kettle, which we're excited. We're going to have a very Mission Pro Thunderosa themed kettle. Sweet. Again. So you all can help donate to that campaign as well. So it's like, they're great partners. And it's an incredible way to give back. I don't know if you saw a while ago, but because of Mission Pro's donation, the Boys and Girls Club was able to get new chairs and tables for their after school programs and some of the other programs they do in that facility. So even just that is like an incredible thing that we get to do to give back because of these shows.
That's awesome. That's what's really cool too about Mission Pro is you guys like embed yourself in the area, like in the Texas area and everything. And I think that's such an important thing to do for like if you're an independent promotion and stuff like that, is like incorporate and develop, because it helps with your identity too. And not that you're doing it for that reason, but it's just like, I think that's such a neat aspect of independent wrestling, and you guys really embrace that, I think, better than anybody out of all the promotions that I see get things done. So
yeah, I mean, it's a very like important part of our mission is we want to give back. We want to make sure that we're not only having entertaining shows and giving women the platform to do the amazing things that they get to do in the ring and behind the scenes, but we're also giving back. And I know that's a very important thing for Thunderosa and for the team at Mission Pro, is really making sure we're building a community in San Antonio and across Texas and perhaps, other cities eventually, but we really want to make sure that we're giving back, because it's a huge part of what we need to do as just human beings and connecting to each other.
Right. As far as things go with just getting a card set up and everything, I told you off air that I started watching Mission Pro with Locked and Loaded, that show. And I remember just the first time watching it and everything like that, and like going through the card and seeing how it was all set up. It was so beautifully booked and tight, and like everything, there was like little things that wouldn't happen. Like nobody like would do, like there would not be a DQ or like anything. What was it? Like there wasn't a hardcore match until later on. No weapons were used until that. I was like, that's such a cool thing that you don't see anymore. And so it's such a well thought out process. Talk about what you really get out of being a part of that whole card, because you're on commentary a lot of the times too. So like talk about all that stuff and how that goes.
Yeah. So Melanie is our production manager who runs she's like keeps the ship running. She's so incredible. She's such a hard worker, and she comes from a production background as well. So so like all of us kind of combine forces, and it's truly a team effort. And I know that her and Thunderosa and Thunderosa's husband Brian work together to kind of craft the best show possible, right? And so it's one of those things, is like what how do we tell the best story? How do we give women that might not have been at Mission Pro before a great platform to have a great match? And we have veterans, as you know, we have veterans like in our roster for Mission Pro, right? That have been around since the beginning, and they're an incredible asset. They help build up the locker room. They help kind of build these year-long stories, right? That go on, that people still talk about, that we're getting ready to still have some moments on December 11th and into 2022. And so it's really a process of just talking it through and making sure we're elevating women and highlighting the best moments that we can.
What would you say from an overall presentation perspective really makes Mission Pro stand out if you had to pick something? Is there something like that really stands out to you that like, oh, we do that, like this is something that a lot of other promotions can learn from, that we're really, really good at?
I mean, I think what we do different is like, we're not afraid. We just put everything out there, and we challenge the norm, and we challenge what was done before, and we're making our new lane,
right?
And we're building our own path, and we're like, okay, if this hasn't been done before, like, let's do it, like there's no stopping us. And so I think that passion and that drive is in everything that we do and in every decision that we make. And so and that's what's driving us forward, is making sure that that passion is in everything.
It comes across like when I was watching it, like everybody was just into the match, and like whatever was on the card with Lock and Loaded, I remember just like seeing each and every match stand out in its own special way, and like their own story was being told, but you could see like each competitor was gung-ho about it, and like it, the payoff was there for the fans, and that was what was such a neat aspect about it. The other thing I wanted to ask, Thunderosa is obviously like, it's like her promotion. Talk about her mind for the business and how she's been able to help a lot of these younger talents, like kind of develop and grow with this promotion. And not only that, but just, have this promotion itself just kind of explode in a lot of ways. Cause it's a big promotion. It's neat to see.
It has definitely grown so much in the last year. But I would have to say, like, Thunderosa is like the leader in setting the standard of how we kind of do these shows and how we treat each other and how we build each other up. And so there is definitely a camaraderie and a sense of teamwork and leadership that comes from her. And she's so inspiring in the sense of, if you have questions, or if you have any concerns, or if you are unsure of doing certain things, like going to her and talking to her, especially when you've been at Mission Pro for a while, or if you want to try something new, or if you have, there's so much wisdom and just industry knowledge that she has, and also passion and just love for just helping other people, because she does have like a background in social work, and she has a passion. She's bringing that community passion to everything that she does. So she's giving these women like lifetime opportunities, once in a lifetime opportunities to showcase what they can do. Because there was a in the last few years, we've had this conversation about there's been these marginalized voices that haven't been able to do things in the industry. And so she's giving other women this platform behind the scenes as well. So we have camera operators, and we have photographers and commentary. And so it's not just in the ring, right? So she's doing giving every person an opportunity to, be a part of this family. And it is a Mission Pro family. Like, once you're there, and it's a team effort, like we do everything from building the ring to setting out merchandise to people don't realize there's every little thing that takes to put on a show that you see, either when we stream it on Title Match Network, there's little things, or when you see it live. And every person, even every little thing that you get to do, like that's part of building a well-rounded person, not just in wrestling life, but just in life in general, and just being a good person. So she tries to surround herself with really great people, and that have the passion for the business and for the passion of giving back and just being good people. So all of that kind of translates to what we do when you watch it.
I think it's contagious too, that kind of attitude and everything like that. If you like, and especially like somebody like Thunderosa who conveys leadership and stuff like that, and this camaraderie and everything. I think we talked about passion, like she has passion, obviously. So like, and her going up against that, and like having all you guys together, and it's a contagious feeling that really gets a good promotion going. You got somebody at the top of the card, like doing that stuff. It's like, it's gonna trickle all down,
Yeah. I mean, she always does she always does either like this big locker room speech, or she does something at the end of the show, and it just gets the crowd excited. It gets us excited. And there's so many times where like we realize we're cheering and we're yelling, and it's like, oh, okay. And it just gets us ready, because it's like we're like, this is history making stuff right here. We are changing the landscape. We're changing the game. And we're doing it with an incredible person, incredible leader, that keeps me motivated and keeps everyone motivated to keep pushing through.
I wrote, when Locked and Loaded came out, I wrote a feature on it too. And I remember saying, like, even just from a wrestling promotion perspective, simply from that, like, there's a lot other promotions can learn from Mission Pro of how to set everything up, execute everything. And just having all that kind of stuff come together, and not only just being an all women's promotion too, I think is such a neat aspect where it's not like, it's not put upon, it's an organic thing. And it conveys through watching it too, that it's like, man, I can get into this character, I can get into that wrestler, that's my gal right there, or I like her, or something like that. It's just, there's a lot that you can immediately connect with as just a viewer going in.
Yeah, I mean, there's like Mission Pro fans are fans like I've never seen before. There are diehard fans that follow each wrestler when they're on a show. They come with signs, they come with like custom t-shirts, they come with, like, even fans have sent us like Sour Patch Kids and just like things that we've mentioned. We have our podcast every Tuesday on our YouTube channel, on a mission, and so that's where you get all Mission Pro news. And you can kind of maybe hear news drop that no one else has heard. So Melanie and I are on that, and we talk with wrestlers that might be on the show coming up. So if you guys want to check it out, subscribe to Mission Pro's YouTube. But what's wild is, like, we say things and then people put up a graphic, and they'll do like they're so engaging. Like the fans just love Mission Pro, and they're all about supporting it, and it's so incredible. I've never seen it with any other company before.
No, it's very neat. And I think that again goes to like embedding yourself in the community and everything too. It's just like it all grows together, you know what I mean? I wanted to ask too, what was it? Oh yeah. I know a couple of the talents, the names that have started popping up, like the Renegade Twins, and then you just interviewed a talent too, Nikita Knight. Talk about some of the new talent coming in, and what fans can expect for them.
Oh my goodness. So Silver Bells, we have Nikita Knight, who's coming to Mission Pro. And if you don't know, she had her first debut match ever against Thunderosa. So of all matches to have, so I'm excited to talk to her. She's new to the business, but it's so exciting to see how much she's grown in such a short amount of time. So I think we got to talk about the big match that's coming up on December 11th, right, which is the mixed tag match. Thunderosa is teaming for the first time ever with her son, Anakin Rosa, and against JP Harlow and Mighty Myra. And this was announced and blew up the internet. And I'm so excited for this. This is a historic match. I don't think there's ever been correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there's ever been a mom and son in particular tag team.
Not that I can think of. No.
I know the internet is still searching. I think there's still a search happening. But everyone, this is like, if you guys can't see it live in San Antonio, go and watch it on Title Match Network on December 11th, because that's going to be a historic match. He's been training really, really hard. So yeah, I'm excited about that. Just like seeing just that family lineage, right?
Yeah.
And that up and coming talent that's worth the ticket. That's worth the ticket, you guys. The Renegade Twins, like you mentioned, they're our first ever Mission Pro Tag Team Champions. And they have, in this last year, they have just grown so much, and everyone is just loves them, and I'm so excited to see what's going to happen with them. I think another person that everyone is watching is Maddie Renkowski. And she's really only been training about 2 years, maybe a little bit over 2 years, and she's all over the place and has been a huge part of Mission Pro Wrestling. So I'm excited. She had her huge match. I don't know if y'all caught it, but last show she had a huge match with Holiday.
Oh, that's a good matchup right there too.
Yeah, so we I'm trying to see if I can pull up so at Sea to Shining Sea, which was November 20th, so a little while ago, she battled that with Holodead for the Mission Pro Championship. And so Holodead is also our new, I don't know if y'all know, but Holodead is our new Mission Pro champion. And
Ooh.
that happened a few shows ago.
Was that Fear the Reaper?
That was Fear the Reaper. Fear the Reaper. Mm-hmm. And that was where the whole Mission Pro, just it all blew up. Where just we had new tag team titles. Technically we had two champions crowned that night, but Jasmine Allure's reign was cut short. We had that big battle royal with the buried hatchet that started off the show that gave Holiday the ability to even get the title. So if you guys haven't watched that show, you guys need to go and watch Don't Fear the Reaper, because that's when all hell broke loose, no pun intended. And where just, man, it was like a whole new era of Mission Pro wrestling happening on that show. And then you got to watch Sea to Shining Sea, where we had some title defenses for the first time. And then we're leading up to December 11th, not Sea to Shining Sea, Silver Bells, December 11th. You can get tickets at missionprowrestling.net. And you guys got to watch it. You have to see what happens.
You guys, it's so good.
So much rising talent in Mission Pro. And what I love also about Mission Pro is we bring people from all over that might not have been with us before. And what I like is you get to know people, you get to learn about wrestling in different cities. I'm trying to see if I can announce any other people that are coming to Silver Bells. Lady Frost is coming, which I know Lady Frost was supposed to be a part of Mission Pro a while ago, and now and wasn't able to attend. So now we get to see her soon.
Fitting too for the time for being December.
I know, right? It's perfect. And then Blonde Force Trauma is coming. The tag team with Heather Monroe and Ray Lynn, which is really exciting, against the Renegade Twins. So that's going to be interesting, because the Renegade Twins have been dominating, the tag team division. So
they're on the roll. They're on a roll. Yep. I wanted to ask you too, what's been your favorite? I mean, you're a queen of all trades here. What's been a lot of one of your most favorite aspects to work with Mission Pro, would you say?
I think that, there's so many moments and so many reasons. I think the biggest moment, and not moment, but like just, it's the way it makes me feel that I can and we can make a difference in someone's lives, because there's so many people that if I'm at another show, they'll catch me and say, hey, like, I love Mission Pro. I love what you guys are doing there. And it's making a difference in kids' lives. And I see kids at Mission Pro Wrestling, they come up to the wrestlers after the show, they give them a big hug, and they can see themselves in the ring. They can see themselves when they're watching themselves on TV, and they believe now that they can be there too one day. And that's a beautiful thing. And that all comes from the passion and the heart and just everything that we're putting into it. Each and every person that touches the show puts their heart and soul into it. And so I think it's that impact, because I know we're making a difference. I know that we're changing people's lives, whether they're in the ring, behind the scenes, or if they're watching it at home. I know that we're connecting with people. And I think that's what makes it so special. And even when it's a wild production day and we're running around trying to get it done, I know in the end, it is going to be the best show. And it's like theater. You always have, like, you go through those like wild tech days, right?
Yep. Oh yeah.
Leading up to any show or even any live TV, like, you're going to have those moments. And it's seeing that end result of that 6-year-old hugging Genocide and saying that I love you and that I want to do this one day, or having a mini Renegade twin dress up for Halloween and say like, I want to be you one day is special. And we're doing that. We're doing that every single day as we work towards putting these shows on.
It's a really, really neat.
Sorry, I got emotional. I just like,
that's okay.
So much.
No, I think that's a great answer too, because it's just like that is such a key aspect. And too, being in theater, that like it's such a family vibe. Like once you do a production or you do a wrestling promotion, it's like, you build this family unite, like you said it, Mission Pro family kind of thing. And it gives you so much back just doing that kind of thing and being a part of something that's like, that everybody has to work together to convey across. And if the passion is all there, the energy is all there, it's like, yes, it's super emotional. And it's like, I remember James Dean, I think, said anytime a production would end, he would just be so despondent and sad because he wouldn't be able to be with these people anymore and stuff like that. So it's just like, no, I feel you.
Yeah, it is that emotion. And after there's always this after every show, there's always this like moment of kind of quietness, right? That I try to take for myself, because you have like the crowd going, and it definitely happened at the last show at Sea to Shining Sea. Is like there's that moment and you just take it all in. And I've never a Mission Pro crowd is wild, and it's just like so loud, and you just feel it in your body. It's a visceral reaction of like, wow, I can feel the energy of other people. And I'm a very I take on a lot of other people's emotions and energies. And so when that happens, it's like, I got to take a moment and just take it all in, because it's a special moment that you have to take it in. Because shows run like it's a blur.
Oh, I bet it is. I bet it is.
Blur.
Boom, 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 boom. It's like, oh yeah, it all happens at once too.
Yeah.
Well,
but yeah, if you want to are you going to head to Texas anytime soon? Because you can.
You know what? That's in my plans, is to do that this year, is go to Texas at some point. So yes, and I will. That's definitely on my list, because when I saw Locked and Loaded, I was like, damn it, I got to get down to a show.
Yes, you have to come to the show. It's something you'll never experience anywhere else. So yeah, we're so December 11th is our Silver Bells show in San Antonio, and then on January 20, I want to get the right date, January 29th, I believe. Yes, January 29th, we'll be back in Conroe, Texas at Southern Star Brewery for our next show, the first show to start 2022.
Ooh, all right.
So maybe you can plan to head out there.
I can try to plan ahead and see what I can do, because I definitely want to go down there. And because like I said, the best production overall card I saw was that Locked and Loaded thing. So I mean, and that's across the board. I was like, that's such a tight show. So no, Emily, I also got to ask you about Pro Wrestling Pets. Talk about that a little bit.
Oh my goodness. Well, I don't have my pets with me right now. They're it's early. They're sleeping. So Pro Wrestling Pets is my show where I talk to wrestlers and I get to know their pets.
Yes.
And it's an interview show that came out of the pandemic, because I wanted to still do all of my interviews and hosting. But then every show I did, all the animals jumped on as well. Right. And so it organically just kind of came out of kind of like everyone's need to connect with people, and everyone loves pets.
Yes.
So what I did was we really honestly barely talk about wrestling, and it just comes up organically. And we just talk about their pets. And so I've had so many people on that I have a record-breaking episode coming up where I have 10 pets on.
10 pets.
10 pets.
All at once?
All at once. I don't know how I did it, but we did it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and we're actually on Title Match Network. And so Title Match Network is the streaming partner for Mission Pro Wrestling. And so Pro Wrestling Pets is also on there as well. So you can watch Mission Pro first and then go watch Pro Wrestling Pets.
Pro Wrestling Pets.
Yeah, so if you know any other wrestlers that have pets, just bring their cat, dog, turtle. I've had reptiles on, I've had snakes, I've had have I had birds? I haven't had birds on yet.
Oh, a bird would be a good one.
A bird would be a good one. I do have some live shows that are going to be planned where I might be doing some horseback riding.
What?
Yes. So I have some fun segments happening in 2022, and I have special merchandise coming. So it really just came out of like my love of pets and my love of wrestling and just connecting with people. So it was just a fun, silly show, and then it kind of grew into this whole thing.
Talk about your pets real quick. What's their names? You have a cat, I know, right?
Yeah, I have 2 cats.
Yeah, 2 cats.
I'm trying to find them. Hold on.
It's okay. I'm trying to find mine too.
I think they're around somewhere. They're not going to jump up. Hold on.
No, he's usually lingering around on my lap and all over the place. But I
know. See, that's what they all do. They hang out. So I have 2 cats. I have a black and white tuxedo, and then I have a gray tuxedo Russian blue. So she's very fluffy. And she's a kitten, and they survived the move across country. So which I'm thankful for, but they were troopers in the car, the 22-hour car ride.
Oh my God. Oh, those poor cats.
Yeah, they were fine though.
That's good. That's awesome though. No, oh man. I think it's a good idea. I mean, because and what a perfect time to do it during the pandemic and everything.
So we're gonna keep doing it, and then maybe eventually I want it to grow and actually go to people's houses and do like a full on
profile.
Full on profile, right?
I like it. Emily, anything else you want to plug, like Twitter, social media, anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to follow me, you can follow me on all social platforms at Emily May Heller. And if you're not following Mission Pro Wrestling, you need to do that today. Mission Pro Wrestling on all social platforms. We're on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Subscribe to us on YouTube. We have our weekly show every Tuesday that you can go check out all of our news and exciting interviews and announcements. Just subscribe to Title Match Network, get access to all of Mission Pro shows. You can watch Locked and Loaded. You can watch Silver Bells coming up. You can watch Don't Fear the Reaper, which was all those big title changes and inaugural champions. So there's so much going on. We're going to be announcing some really exciting things coming up in 2022. So just subscribe to Mission Pro. Go get tickets to Silver Bells at missionprowrestling.net. And it's going to be so much fun. And bring your unwrapped toy. If you're heading there in person to San Antonio, we have an incredible card. I'm so excited. And it's a great way to end the year. And Santa might be there.
You can't beat that.
You can't beat that.
You know, if anybody's going to be, I want to see Santa get in the ring. That's what I want to say. It's not Dave LaGreca, is it?
No, Dave LaGreca. No, well, no, I don't think it's Dave LaGreca. It's Santa.
Okay.
It's Santa.
Yes.
Santa loves Mission Pro Wrestling.
He loves Mission Pro, okay?
He watches it in the North Pole.
He does.
With Mrs.
He's got
Claus.
a pro wrestling pet.
And the elves. All the elves watch.
Yeah.